Beautiful sisters of the Pussy Collective. Sierra Sullivan here, Pussy Oracle, and today's episode of Pussy Magic and Musings. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. There's a bit of wind in the background, and I had a slow start, had some technical difficulties. But I want to share with you today, I was having this really beautiful conversation with a new friend of mine over the weekend and sharing with her about the Pussy Oracle readings that I offer women and the importance of what it is and giving her some of the detail. And one of the things that she got excited about, she said, oh, well, couldn't you definitely write a book about this? And couldn't you, like a dream book or something and share what the different symbols and whatnot that you see are. And I'd been thinking about that for a while, and other people have requested, or not requested, but encouraged that in me. And although I do believe that someday I will, one of these days, get around to writing a book because there is some beautiful information to share. What I shared back with her was that while I notice there are similarities in certain archetypes and symbols that show up in different women's pussies, I will see certain similarities. What I've found is that the uniqueness of every pussy, even though there are similar symbols, is truly unique. And it's unique not just in its own design, but it's unique to the woman and the story of her life and the design of her life. And while I could point to, if you have a Buddha in your pussy, or a squid, or a certain type of bird, which, I've seen, a tree, these are some of the common things that I've seen actually. It's not as cut and dry as here's what you see and here's what that means. Because usually the symbolism of whatever's showing up has a very specific meaning to the woman whose pussy is showing up in. And so I'm not sure if that's actually trackable. And then my new friend shared with me that it reminded her of this dream book. I forget the person or the expert or the dream expert she was talking about, but somebody that's, one of the most, I think, sought after dream experts out there. And they also shared a similar thing that, while you could point to, if you see water in your dream, it means this. If you see that, it means this. But the dreamer truly only knows the uniqueness of what a dream means, and the training that this person in the dream work does is to help those who are there to support the person decoding their dream to really get into the eyes of the dreamer and come from the place of helping them understand the symbology uniquely unique to them. And that is pretty much what happens in a Pussy Oracle reading. The things that show up often have direct, obviously they all have meaning with everybody, but they have a direct connection to an experience or an idea or a storyline that has been going on in the woman's life for quite some time. And the meanings and the symbols that show up speak specifically to that unique story. So I just thought that was neat and worth sharing because, part of my service to the empowerment and the reclamation of pussy on this planet is that women really get that we all understand the beauty of our unique design. And while there's a lot of shame in mainstream culture about how our pussies are supposed to look, or what is an ideal pussy, or why does our pussy have this or that, and after birth, or all this stuff, and there's all of these powerful ways that women are not feeling good about this sacred, unique part of ourselves. And so it's been really beautiful to discover this other beautiful piece actually, but it's been beautiful to discover how much the design of a woman's anatomy relates to her story. and that's why I'm able to translate the or decode what's showing up between her legs, and it is meaningful to the woman, very specifically meaningful, and actually helps her understand herself better and understand maybe things that she could be doing more of or doing less of, or careers or relationship questions get answered and things like that. So yeah, and then what was also interesting, as I shared, is I was recently a featured expert at a red tent in Los Angeles a few months ago, and there was a beautiful woman there who shared that she's been present. She's a doula, and she's been present for over 500 births, and what she's noticed is that every baby's genitals come out looking almost exactly the same, boy and girl. She said the boys, sometimes there's a slight difference in, shaft length or width, but for the most part, all genitals, and especially women's genitals, babies, girls' genitals, come out looking the same, and they're actually all engorged, which seems really powerful, the fact that we're birthed into this world and we're fully enlivened and engorged. Just a story for another time, I guess. But then she said she doesn't really track the baby and how the genitals, what happens afterwards, because she might support the mom for maybe a few weeks or so afterwards, and then usually she doesn't get much interaction with the child thereafter. But she was curious that, and the idea that she put forth, and I've been marinating on it, is the idea that if we're all born with the similar looking genitals, and then we go into our life, is life what shapes the genitalia ultimately? And then is that ultimately what I'm interpreting? Because by the life experiences, the genitalia begins to take form and shape and different things based on whatever belief systems, conditioning, situations that happen, ideas that get formed. So I'm curious. I don't know how I would study that or find out, but regardless, it made a lot of sense to me, because as I interpret the design of the vulva, the stories make sense to every woman, and it's quite fascinating. I'm fascinated by it. It's something that I offer and I do, and every time I do a pussy reading, it's just so profoundly powerful. The information that comes through, and nothing ever comes through the same twice. Otherwise, and that's what's so cool. So again, while there are themes and while there are similar symbols that come up every now and again, and some that are always present in each woman's unique design, like the mother archetype and usually some sort of wise crone archetype, other than that, each reading is very, very, very unique to each woman. So I thought I'd share a little sneak peek into that. And if you are curious about your own design and what your pussy may have to say to you and for you, and you're ready to listen and you're ready to be courageous in revealing her to you and through me, I would be honored to offer you a pussy oracle reading. In fact, what's today? It's July 7th or 8th or 9th, somewhere around there. I'm gonna, post a link. I'm gonna offer. I have a special, a pussy oracle reading special that I offered back on Valentine's Day, and I'm feeling called to offer that same special, which is a $500 savings actually off a reading. And if you're feeling called to get a reading with me, then please consider it. I'll post the link below. It's $333 for a private oracle reading, which is a virtual oracle reading, 90 minutes, and then it comes with a pussy activation plan. So what comes through in your reading, you'll get a full write-up of what that is, and then a 30-minute follow-up session to support your continued evolution with the information that gets revealed. So if you've been on the fence or curious or waiting, I'm happy to offer that special, and I'll offer it through the end of July. So you have this whole month to take advantage of it, and then you can schedule it up to probably, I'd say, maybe 60 days out from when you actually purchase it. So let me know. I'd love to support you. It's really a powerful initiation to be in relationship with your pussy, and so much gets revealed. And honestly, I'm revamping how I'm doing my readings, because I'm realizing that it's not just like a one-time consult your pussy oracle situation. There's actually probably an ongoing conversation that we could be having with your pussy and over a series of readings that would empower you. Kind of like, okay, I'm having trouble with this particular thing. Okay, let's take a look. Let's go back to your pictures and see what might be there. So I'm working that out. I don't have that quite fully formed yet, but for now, if you're interested, at least experiencing a one-time reading and some follow-up post-reading support and care, then follow that link or private message me. Happy to have a quick 15-minute consultation with you if that feels better, and just help you work through any of your fears or concerns, and or explain the process more. If the page has a video on it that describes the process pretty good, but happy to support you more personally if you're desiring this, because it's really profound, it's really liberating, and it's always such a gift to me to be able to offer this information and empowerment and activation, and truly have you really see your pussy from brand new eyes and see the potent, wise, sage, oracle, and power source that she is for you. So check it out and let me know your thoughts, and I'd love to support you. All right, have a beautiful day. This is Sierra Sullivan, the Pussy Oracle, with your Pussy Magic and Musings, episode 21. Woo woo! Take care. Bye.